execution of their national hero, Jose Rizal. Story.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias, maestro.
I will introduce you to your new classmate. Jose, come inside.
Buenos dias.
Go find your seat.
Gracias, maestro.
Jose,
Yes, maestro.
do you know Latin?
A little, sir.
Do you know Spanish?
A little, sir.
Silencio, por favor. Jose, sit down.
Pedro.
Enemy power.
Not a single leaf, Yand, can move except at the will of the divine Creator. Since it is His will that I die at this place, may His will be done. Zamora remained silent, as if he was thinking of something else amidst the execution. Burgos sat on the garrote, but eventually stood up and shouted, "What crime have I committed to die in this manner? Is there no justice on earth?" A friar pushed Burgos back into the garrote. Burgos struggled but was able to stand up again and yelled, "I am innocent! I have not committed any crime." The friar hissed and replied, "Even Jesus Christ was without sin." Burgos, because of the reply, silenced and sat down to face his death. Before the hood was placed on his head, the executioner knelt before him and said, "Forgive me, Father." Burgos replied calmly, "I forgive you, son. Perform your duty."
When I start this project, I would like to enroll my brother to the university.
Surely, any other size for your age?
I'm a friend of Father Burgos.
Okay, you're enrolled. Well, sign in. Sign in.
Gracias. Gracias.
Buenas tardes. I am Ceres. I'm the nephew of Father Burgos. I'm Pashan and this is my brother Jose.
Gracias.
What business do you have, Senor?
I'm here to talk to my mother.
Igora!
Mama. ¿Qué pasó, Mama?
Hindi ako saron. I did not poison her.
Calm down, Mama. Do not worry, Mama. I have a gift for you. I can guarantee that you will get out of prison in 2 years' time. It's my grades.
I'm so proud of you.
Leonor Rivera, meet Leonor Valenzuela.
Are we rivals?
Toward the end of 1884, Rizal began writing the novel in Madrid and finished about one half of it. When he went to Paris in 1885, after completing his studies in the Central University of Madrid, he continued writing the novel, finishing one half of the second half. He finished the last fourth of the novel in Germany. He wrote the last few chapters of the novel in Wilhelmsfield in April to June 1886. In German, which he had improved after his stay with the Ulmers, to a Professor Ferdinand Blumentritt, the rector of the Ateneo of Leitmeritz, Austria. He had heard of this Austrian ethnologist and his interest. Because of the publication of the Noli Me Tangere and the uproar it caused among the friars, Rizal was warned by Pasciano, Silvestre Ubaldo, Chingoy, and other friends not to return home, but he did not heed their warning. He was determined to return to the Philippines. The annotating of Morga's book, Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas, which was published in Mexico in 1609. He spent many days in the reading room of the British Museum, poring over the pages of this book and laboriously reading the old histories of the Philippines. In the afternoon, a few days after he had moved to the Spanish legation in the Azabu district of Tokyo, Rizal saw a pretty Japanese girl walking past the legation gate. Being a man with an eye for feminine beauty, he was attracted by her regal loveliness and charm. Rizal made inquiries among the legation employees and learned from one of them, from a Japanese gardener, that she was Seko Usui, who lived in her parents' home and that she used to pass by the legation during her daily afternoon walk. following afternoon, as the Japanese gardener relaxed his muscles from the daily hard work, he saw the girl, Seiko Usui, walk past and called her. The Japanese gardener saw Rizal walking in the other way and called him. He took off his hat and politely introduced himself. Called her almost met daily. Together, they visited the interesting spots of the city, the Imperial Art Gallery, the Imperial Library, the universities, the Shokubutsuin, the city parks, and the picturesque shrines. Jose-san helped Rizal in many ways, more than a sweetheart. She was his guide, interpreter, and tutor. But like the other romances of Rizal in the past, Rizal bade farewell to lovely Jose-san and left Japan with a heavy heart. On the evening of Sunday, July 3, 1892, Rizal attended a meeting of the Patriots to discuss. Rizal lived in exile in faraway Dapitan, a remote town in Mindanao. This 4-year life was tediously and exciting, but was abundantly fruitful with varied achievements. He practiced medicine, pursued scientific studies, continued his artistic and literary works, widened his knowledge of languages, and many more. Josephine Bracken, an Irish girl of sweet 18, escorted her adopted father. So they seek out Dr. Rizal to ask for his aid. They heard in the city that Rizal started the operation for the blind George Toffer and eventually succeeded. And then, Rizal was finished by a mercy shot. Immediately after the hero's execution, the Spanish spectators shouted, "Viva España! Muerte a los traidores!" Under the cruelty of the Spanish government, he died serving his country. He sacrificed all that he was and all that he would be to save the land he calls home. Now, influenced by Rizal, and many will be more. For Rizal is a very unique person, existed in this world. Why is he the hero?